Would you like to get booked on podcasts and do some interviews to help build your brand up? So I'm going to go show how to get booked on podcasts as well as YouTube interviews, the strategy it takes to get there, and what you need to do to get started on this process. So let me just go to my screen and start showing you step by step. First thing you're going to do is build up a podcast database of people that you can contact, as well as YouTube database that you can contact to get on their show. So first you're going to dive in by going to the screen. Let me go there now. Okay, the first place you're going to go to start booking or finding shows to start scheduling emails and connect with them. So let's say you want to connect with dentists, right, and be on a bunch of dentist podcasts. Let's say you're a marketer, you want to get on dentist shows and engage with them. So you're going to get up, hit the search bar here, dentist. You're going to see all these. We're going to go and click podcasts over here. And then you're going to see a bunch here where it shows podcasts. So you can dive into this and check all those. So let's just click on one of them. Let's go the Thriving Dentist. So you're going to pull this up, Thriving Dentist. Ideally, you should listen to a few podcasts and check out the episodes so you can send a more detailed listing. Then from here, what you can do if you just want more, go to Related. But let me first show you. So let's say we use this form here where we go podcast URL, podcast topic, website, contact information. So let's go back into the iTunes here. So we're going to come in here and check out the website. So copy the link here, add their website in here, podcast URL, podcast topic is dentist. This is be the message sent, what it was, their Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, their email address. If we texted them, their engagement. So that would be how we engaged them. Did we phone call? Did we text them? Did we send them an email? Date sent. Again, engaged here would be if we direct messaged them on Twitter or IG and so forth. So we'd fill out all this data here, and we get that by checking out their website, searching for an email address, getting all those details that we can. So if we go into contact, now we have all their Facebook data too. So we can come here, copy the link in this, paste this in here, go back to their IG, copy the link address there, paste that in here, go and get their Twitter account, copy link address there, come in here, paste that in there, their LinkedIn if they have one, they may or may not. Okay, we're in the contact form. So this is a little tricky stuff that we normally like to do, is actually inspect it, see what email address is going for. So we can go Control F. We're going to check it this way. View as a developer, view source code, Command F. We're going to hit the @ symbol and see if we can find what email address they send it to. We can also search for this signal. So at thriving.com. So this might be better. And sometimes you can find it, sometimes you can't. So we're going to forget that. We can go back and just send them a message directly here, or even a messenger bot here that we can engage them with. As well as we can go to their IG, send them a direct message, their podcast show. This would be the link for this, podcast URL. So that provides all the details. On the message sent, we'll dive into that a little bit more details. And then again, we want to try to find their email, again, phone, text, get that. And then this is how we engage with them. So did we send them an email, and what date? Did we send them a LinkedIn message? Did we send them a Twitter message? Did we send an IG message? And we just want to keep going until we can get a confirmation. After about 6 or 7 tries, keep engaging with them, set your book date and the reason. So what we do is now we pass this off. We have our virtual assistants do that. And if you want help and you want to work with one of our virtual assistants, we're happy to have you set that up and get that going. And so then they can fill all this data entry stuff out, start building a huge list of podcasts to contact. So from here, what we do is we go into and send them messages. But before I get in that, so the best way to find podcasts is either go on iTunes, search up in here. So if you want to find a podcast for personal trainers, hit the search here. They come up in here, go into podcasts. These are podcast name. These are the podcasts. You can click see all and then just go through all these and have your assistants to go through that. And then you should, of course, go through this Excel document, noting which ones that you would recommend or you'd like to do. If not, then just send messages to all of them to get as booked on as many as possible to start building that up. There's also a few other sites. There's Castbox, no different than here. You just type in dentist, and they come in with a different podcast in here. You can also type in whatever personal trainers, and you can get podcasts in here. You can see episodes, same thing. You should check each one, see which they are, then search for that data, pull that in, add it to it, listen to a few podcasts before you message them so you can send a more custom message. The other one would be in Google Podcasts. You can type in dentist as well, search for theirs, the Relentless Dentist episode results. You can find these in here, click view more, and you can find a bunch here. No different than if you're in here, you click Relentless Dentist, you can see view website, listen to some of the podcasts, and so from there. You can do that in Google Podcasts. There's also Stitcher that you can check, dentist or personal trainer or whatever type of show you want to be on, money, doesn't really matter. So you pull that up, see all shows, and then like I said, we would just have our virtual assistants to go through all these, collect all that data, build that list, and that's how you do it in Stitcher. There's also in Podchaser. You can go in here and type in the same thing. So you come here, personal trainer, then come into podcasts, view all podcast results, and then you can have them cross-reference to see which ones would be more relevant with you. This one I find pulls up some funky data like that. We searched for personal trainers and we got Investing Insight, Mass Podcast Savior. So not all of these are that relevant when it comes into that. So this is the one I'd least likely use. I'd prefer to just use the iTunes to start building up the lists in here. And great ones, once you find a really good one or one that you think would be really good, you click on it, and then you can just go to related and check out other podcasts in that could be very related to that specific podcast you're working on getting connected with, and then start grabbing the links, the websites, check out that, go to the website, then pull in, find the emails, find all the links, so then you can start sending them messages. And then next, when we get into sending them a message, we want to send them a direct message. So we have a podcast sheet that we use. So first, if we're working on hiring VAs, then we would go to a site like Upwork. Here, we'd go on Upwork, we'd post a job, we'd sign up, a simple post. We're looking for detailed online research. They can follow instructions by searching for campaigns in specific niches. We provide the details by showing you a video on exactly what to do. You just need to search online for these companies and their information to a Google spreadsheet and add their information to a Google spreadsheet. It's just that simple. How to apply? Let's fix that. How to apply? So we always do this, and we always recommend, in order to be considered, you must include the phrase at the start of your message. It doesn't matter what phrase you put, but this will rule out a lot of people. If they don't add this message, you know they're not that detailed, and you can rule them out. So only when you look for those people and hire them, you want to do that. About the company, we provide a little bit about the company. We're a marketing company that helps grow revenues and building people's brands and engaging their audience, right? Average pay, you're looking for data miners around $3 to $15 an hour, depending on what country you're searching in and so forth. And then from there, once we have that, and we have them collect all those, build out our database here, when we have hundreds of people here, then we want to start engaging them. And we would start with the email pitch one. This is what we would say. Podcast email. Subject, up for another interview? Hey, obviously we'd have them insert their name. Just came across a podcast on news and noteworthy and went through and then we'd insert the episode. So again, we customize it. It looks way more personable. Love what you're doing and can't wait to see where this goes. I'm head of a growth company called insert your business name, and obviously if you're not a growth company, you want to call it something else. Whatever we do fully managed sales and lead generation for B2B, B2C companies. Naturally, we're trying to get the word out. Since we target a similar group, I think it would be quite interesting for your audience to hear some of these insights. And these are all customized. You want to customize these specific to your business. So how to write email copy that gets open, read, and convert prospects to customers, how we generate high quality sales or leads that turn into sales, how we can turn prospect sales by getting past their emotional hurdles to then want to buy. Does that sound interesting? Happy to workshop some ideas as well. Thanks, Scott. Then obviously we would send that email. We'd wait a while, see what kind of response we get. If we don't hear a response, then we would, of course, send another one. Checking in, insert their name. I want to follow up again. I just listened to your other insert episode. I love to go on the show. We are doing some really exciting things in the marketplace and would love to share this with your audience. I think it would be very beneficial for everyone. It'd be great. Also, you can add what you're doing in the marketplace, some exciting things, some new hires, some new things that you have going on, some results that you've gotten for your clients. Those are all good things. Cheers, Scott. Keep it friendly, keep it personable, keep it simple. You want all these emails to be opened and engaged with. And then if they don't respond to that, you go you could send one last chance, insert name. Not really though. I love copy and getting your email to open. It is one of the biggest challenges in email marketing. Intentional plug, right? Then obviously we do email marketing, so we're kind of joking around and messing with them. Makes it more fun, friendly, and engaging. You should do that obviously with your brand. If you need help with email copy, obviously we do that, or any type of copy, and you can work with us and we can help write specific emails for your niche. We have a wide variety of topics to discuss. Love to get you on your show to share them with your audience. I hope you can set something up soon. Best Scott, right? So obviously once we do that, then we typically will get a really good response. We'll get people to engage with us, and then we just book the podcast. Once you book a podcast, you want to come across very clear, very professional, and you want to engage people. So when you engage people, you want to have basically what we call our podcast outline script or cheat sheet. So we want to have topics that we can talk about right off the cuff, that we have outlines and scripts that we can just engage with. So we're never stuck on being like, this will help all your podcasts sound way more professional and come across much better. So you will never get stuck. You'll never have a bad podcast. It'll be a lot more engaging. I hope this helps from a podcast standpoint. So you got to remember, first thing you do is you want to build that database up. You want to get as many people on your database that you can contact, message regularly, build a relationship with, and start the engagement and start getting booked. And remember, once you get booked once on their podcast, you typically be able to follow up and get booked again. Second is, once you have that list, now you need to send that copy to them, engage with them, create messages that is relevant to your brand, and that's something that they want, right? You got to remember, they're not interested in putting you on their show just to put you on their show, but if you can provide value for all their audience, that provides value for them. And obviously, if you're building a relationship with them and you're engaging with them, that will only help what you're doing from a standpoint of them wanting to get you on their show, as well as once you're on the show, then you can do your own personal plugs, look like the authority when you provide that value. And that's the third component, is make sure you have that cheat sheet to follow, so you know like what to say when you're on a podcast, what to engage with, where to pull from. So if you have to do a podcast at 1 a.m. because they're in a different time zone, if you're just woken up and you're exhausted, you can go right to your list and know exactly if your brain goes dead. So it's that simple. If you want help with creating email copy to engage your prospects better for your podcast, or you want some VAs to kind of do all the heavy busy work for you, don't hesitate to reach out. We can set all that stuff up. Otherwise, look forward to hearing your success. All right, thank you.